Mod time is here, and it is a weird day because we only have updates today. 41 mods were released, all platforms 37 updates, and PC Mac players 4 updates. So let's start updates for all platforms. We have the Case IH AFS Connect Magnum 2020-2025 US EU spec. Now, this shows as update number 2. However, the changelog is 1.1. However, I think this changelog is the correct one. So they've added the Magnum 250, 280, 310, 340, and 380 from the 2020-2024 with lower prices, horsepower options, and only one Pro 1200 display. They've added support for JHHG modding's Canon Fab stock rollers, which only works with front weight options. That right there, that is why I think this is this, because, well, this hasn't been updated or anything since those came out. Also added main color for Black Demonstrator Edition, added wheel rim color configurations, added inner rim color configurations, increased the brightness of the lights for more realistic visuals at night during the day, removed the license plate lights that were not in use, and added more wheel options with EU warning flags. From Rawson Mods, we have their JCB Fast Track 4000 icon, version 1.202. They fixed the shading issue on steering wheel, adjusted the front attacher position, and animated the crab steering switch. Fint 700 Vario Gen 6/Gen 7 version 1.3. They do say after the update, some textures may appear pixelated because all textures have received a new format. This should disappear after a few minutes in the game. Also, when using working cameras together with implements in multiplayer, the passenger seat must be disabled. Otherwise, the cameras may stutter. So with that information known, let's scroll down and take a look at what we've got. So they've added a cargo front loader configuration for the 700 Gen 6. That's the Cargo 5X from Bayern Agrar. They've completely reworked the 700 Vario Gen 6, fully reworked the sound, adjusted fuel consumption, added passenger configuration, added 1.5 and 2.25 meter track widths for narrow and standard tires, added cameras to the terminal, added new wide tire configurations. The Gen 7.1, they've added similar tire sizes for the 40 and 50 km/h versions, added the Fint 728 Gen 7.1, wheel weights are now paintable, and minor visual improvements. Another Fint, the Fint 700 Vario Gen 6, no 7 on this one, it is version 1.3. They've added engine animations, fixed the front axle drive shafts, added the LED configuration for warning signs, added the 40 and 50 km variations, added backlight configs, and made various adjustments. Voucher Development Series 8X50 1006. They added wheel configurations for narrow 1.5 and decal on rear window corrected. Schluter 2500 VL version 1.2. They've added new Schluter colors, integrated the digital speedometer configurable, fixed the issues in the Finch translation, removed the unnecessary files, and fixed minor textures and XML problems. Case IH 1455 1255 XL 2.gen. Second gen? I don't know. Version 1.03. New sounds, credits to Farming Dude, and physics modifications. Additionally, their international 1455 1255 XL got the exact same update. Not very often we get updates from custom modding. We got one today. The John Deere S700 series combines. This will be version 1.02. They fixed the monitor rotation. We got new tires and the only model with all the settings. I don't know what that means. From Connect Modding, we have the Star Emperador 2000 PV version 1.01, reduction of triangulation, so they've reduced the poly count size. Also, the hose revision and correction of the functional description. A very cool mod, the Emergency Service version 1.002, deployable illuminated sign panels for arrows or crosses for interventions, and text correction on road maintenance paint. Your last vehicle is the MAN TGE flatbed. This will be version 1.1. They fixed the vehicle parameters, fixed the compatibility with manual attach, fixed the driver's foot no longer in the wheel well, added work light config, added front flasher config, added BKT tires, added rear view camera, which needs the MB trucks pack, and they've added an L10N for Dutch, Spanish, and Czech. Now we get into tools, and we have the Square Balers Plus from BB Mods version 1.101. They fixed the broken texture on alfalfa and hay, clover and hay, soybean straw, and corn stalk custom bales. For his Round Balers Plus mod version 1.201, the fixed broken texture on soybean straw and corn stalk custom bales. Lizard Mega Multi-Tool for Mac Trucker 921 version 1.203. They fixed the issue that caused the multi-tool to sometimes not cover all of the working areas when lowered into the work position, adjusted the animations, and added a weeder/hose depot configuration. MacTrucker921's drop deck trailer autoload bells was also updated to 102. They've added buffalo milk to the liquid tank configuration, fixed the overlapping bells while autoloading 1.2 meter bells, added unrealistic autoloading bell configuration, and unrealistic bell capacities are listed in the mod description if you guys wanted to go through here. Do note that the frame rates may suffer greatly depending on graphic settings when loading or unloading at high quantity of 1.2 meter bells. If you ever watched my series on Riverbend Springs, you may have seen that. Although that wasn't an unrealistic capacity. I think that was just what it held. Mac Trucker pushing it. I love it, man. I love it. One of my favorite British trailer mods, the Bailey TB trailer pack from Rawson Mods, was updated to 1004. They fixed the grid color on the TB24 and changed the rear lights to LED. Frameless tillage pack version 1.3. The Fralaws 3500 subsoiler has been added. They've also added specific color configurations with anniversary stickers and minor adjustments on material maps. Agromaz Falcon 3-3 Plus version number 2. They've added the Falcon 3 Plus. And Lizard Silage additive has been added to consoles. It is literally just a tank of silage additive. Yeah, we're not doing a review on that. Now we get into updates for placeables, and this is where things can get a little bit more involved. We have the supermarket productions from Let's Be Havin' Moo, version 1.2. They've added a Highlands Fishing expansion version of the sandwich, crisps, and ready meal factories, which accept DLC onions. Remove the onions grown in the greenhouses, so not to be confused with the Highlands Fishing expansion. Added super mushroom greenhouse, and pallets have been added from the mod, which can be auto-loaded onto custom trailers, including the pack. Base game pallets will still need another auto-loading pallet mod, though, so to be aware of that. And then you can see the new, we have the greenhouses and orchards, and dry, liquid, and creamery in there. Maintenance productions up to 1.1 now. Solar panels now generate income. Selling price revised for improved cost effectiveness and unnecessary entries deleted. Super cool mod if you've never used it. The farm production from Cavalier Roy, version 1.1, increased capacities to 1 million liters for everything. I thought we already had this update. Maybe I'm wrong? I don't know. Multi-crop greenhouses 1.2. All greenhouses now accept slurry and digestate, which will then be converted to manure at a 1-to-1 ratio. All greenhouses now accept solid fertilizer, which will be converted to manure at a 1-to-4 ratio. So 1,000 goes in and 40,000 converts to manure? 1-to-4. Oh, 1-to-40. Oh my gosh, I don't know what that is. That's a lot. Oh, my brain hurts. We're in the middle of this video right now. Oof, we got to move on. Let's move on. We're going to move on. Next up, all greenhouses now accept liquid fertilizer, which will be converted at a 1-to-30 ratio. They blocked the greenhouses from showing in the prices menu and doubled the storage capacity of the mushroom greenhouses. Whew, this mod update just broke my head. Another cool mod, the BGA construction set version 1011. Collision with the BGA 750 adjusted and digestate removed from the BGA 750. That's been fixed, by the way. Wind turbine pack 1.2. The wind turbine with 169 meter hub height has been added. Nice. From Icus, an update to his pole barn, version 1001, fix the doors. Bavarian system hall set, larger halls been added, and configurable solar system added. Garages with sliding doors is version 1002, improve the tip collision. Modern shed, fix the light switch, and updated mod desk. Marker stakes, the collision's been removed, so tractors can now pass through them. Ground line decals, version 1.1, they fixed for 1.14. There you go, rock and roll. And our last mod before we get into maps, we have the Multi-Farm Buildings pack, version 2001 from Carl TG. Fix some collisions and snow appearing inside. I know he was waiting on these to get fixed before doing some other stuff with his maps, so this should be green light. Lastly, for all platforms, we have 4 map updates. The first one is Montier, that one, yep. This will be version 1001. Trigger for the slurry fixed at the cow shed on Farm 6. Farm dairy has been removed from the build mode. The BGA price has been increased. Some buildings are now sellable. Machine spawn areas at the shop have been adjusted to accommodate more machines, and a second version of cowshed has been added to the build menu. Without an integrated manure heap, the manure heap must be placed manually, though, so that's pretty cool. Additionally, Panhandle Caprock got updated. However, I'm not seeing a changelog for this one. It is version 1001, but I don't know what it was, because There is no change in here. We got Portugal South, and this one is in there, and it is a long changelog, or at least it's spread out. So we got version number 2, so a new save game is required. So as far as fixes go, we've got several small log errors fixed, an issue with the limestone production at the quarry fully resolved, new silo storage structures. We have a seed silo, limestone silo, fertilizer, cattle feed, pig feed, mineral feed, new animals and facilities include new cow barn, pig barn, new productions include the mineral feed production, cattle feed production, pig feed, new product for compost, a new area and resources. We have 2 new vegetable gardens been added, cold storage for pallets, compost production silo, and tuber silo. I don't know. New overhauls and improvements include new roads open, forestry completely reworked, and adjustments and improvements to contracts. It's a big one. Lastly, we've got an update. Castilla y Leon version 1001. All images in the shop and other locations will be changed at the request of Giant Software. Also changes to the parameters of the pastures, so the gates will no longer open. Tweaks to the greenhouse, reduce the volume of the siren sounds, and users have requested a Czech translation. Promise to add it in the future update. Please excuse it. I say it's a lot of translating. They do say if you have the map installed before installing this update, they are not compatible and require a clean install. Very long way of saying new save game is required. Do say to remember to follow them on socials if you have any questions. It is CYL Modding Studio. And lastly, we have a couple updates for PC and Mac players. First is the Sigma RN610. This will be version 1001. Fix the missing dust effect when spreading lime and corrected stickers. Toggle gear shift mode 1001. Added per vehicle type offset for the lower right HUD to avoid overlapping on non-standard vehicles. Improved the robustness, safer access to game spec tables, and the UI helper to reduce runtime errors with mod vehicles. Minor refactors. I don't know what that word is. Code cleanup, no behavior change to the toggle input, and the HUD now correctly responds and respects in-game HUD visibility. That was rough. See if we can make this one better. Split brakes 1.1. Fixed an issue where the vehicle would not move when split brakes were applied. Fixed an issue where the RPM would not drop. Enabled the smoother braking and optimized parameters for realistic physics. And lastly, today we have an update to fuel consumption HUD version 1.1. Significant internal improvements, robust consumption estimator. We also have electronic behavior improvements and faster, more responsive internal sampling while keeping the on-screen display stable. If you guys wanted to go through, you can also read through some of the other stuff here to get a little bit of a better understanding of what was updated. And there it is. That's everything I've got for you for this one. Hope you enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Get subscribed if you're new. Join the GoHam fam. Double check those notifications. That way you never miss videos like this one. I've already got Farm Sim News out, so definitely check that out if you haven't seen it already. And definitely check out the video that I released yesterday. Happy holidays. You are fired. What a day. What a day. Hope you have an awesome one. We'll see you in the next one.